Hello guys, today we will discuss about hypercross-linked polymers. Hypercross-linked polymers are a class of nanoporous organic polymers. Nanoporous organic polymers are divided into different classes or different subgroups like hypercross-linked polymers, polymers of intrinsic microporosity, covalent organic frameworks, conjugated microporous polymers, porous organic edges, porous aromatic frameworks. But in this lecture, we will discuss about only hypercross-linked polymers. So nowadays, hypercross-linked polymers is considered as an interesting area of polymer chemistry because of there are some factors because of which it considered a rising class of polymer chemistry because of its easy preparation, high chemical and thermal stability, and low production cost. The main factor is that its low production cost. Next, when we move towards, there are some its important properties like they are light in weight, have high surface areas, large porosity. Then next we will discuss about its some listed is some potential applications like they are uses as catalysis they uses in catalysis in gas storage and separation. They also use for the removal of organic pollutants and heavy metal ions from wastewater. They are highly used for the as a as a purifier for purification of air or water. In the synthesis of hypercross-linked polymers, Friedel-Crafts chemistry is involved. Due to Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction, they generate strong linkages which results in cross-linked networks with great porosity. So Friedel-Crafts alkylation reactions make the cross-linking of aromatic rings which made the pores which are non hypercross-linked polymers are synthesized by using Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. As a result, they generate long strong linkages which form cross-linked networks with great porosity. Friedel-Crafts alkylation reactions have considerable cross-linking between aromatic rings which prevent the collapsing of polymer chains and they form permanent pores in polymers. In this way, permanent pores in hypercross-linked polymers are non-collapsing. So as compared to other organic polymers, hypercross-linked polymers have high thermal stability because of their high cross-linked nature. Here, here are some properties of hypercross-linked polymers which are they have high surface areas and porosity, low density, outstanding adsorption properties, high chemical and thermal stability. Because of their adsorption properties, they are mostly used for the purification of air and water. So it's so next its applications. They use hypercross-linked polymer used in drug delivery in as a catalyst like hydrogenous catalyst, photocatalyst. They use as in sensing devices used as supercapacitors and lithium ion batteries. They also use in liquid chromatography. When we talk about their storage, they can store hydrogen gas, methane gas, and can capture carbon dioxide and iodine. So in this way, they work as a storage for as a fuel for the fuel, and can also work as a capturing of harmful gases from the environment, from our atmosphere. So when we talk about adsorption, its adsorption property work here in water treatment for the removal of micropollutants, or for the removal of heavy metals, from the removal of dyes or other toxic elements from the water. Now we will come towards its senses. In the senses of hypercross-linked polymer, there are four main chemicals. Aromatic monomers. Aromatic monomers means they have one benzene ring. Next is catalyst. Catalyst which we use in hypercross-linked polymers is ferric chloride, solvent dichloroethane, and crosslinker. Crosslinker, you can change it now, but here we will use carbon tetrachloride as a crosslinker. First of all, clean all the apparatus, and then set the apparatus according to the figure which I will mention later in the lecture. Now we talk about the amounts of the chemicals. In round bottom flask, take 10 ml of solvent dichloroethane, 0.3 gram of aromatic monomer, 1 ml of crosslinker, which is formaldehyde dimethyl acetal or carbon tetrachloride. You can use which you have in your lab, and 0.3 gram of ferric chloride, which is our catalyst. Then mixed all the chemicals in the round bottom flask and fit the round bottom flask with condenser and place it in the oil bath. Next, we have to put the oil bath on the hot plate and set the temperature at 45 degrees centigrade for 4 to 5 hours. After 5 hours, increase the temperature of hot plate up to 80 degrees centigrade for 19 to 20 hours till the product is formed. Then how we will know that our product is formed? The liquid the liquid texture of all the chemicals shift towards a paste like material. When we get thick paste like material in our round bottom flask, about 19 to 20 hours of heating at 80 degrees centigrade, then we we are getting our product. After that, wash the product with alcohol. You can use ethanol or methanol, which you have available in your lab. Then filter the filtrate and to get our final hypercross-linked polymer. We will wash again and again our paste material or hypercross-linked with alcohol until all the yellow color of ferric chloride, which is our catalyst, is fade away or wash away. So after that, when we have our residual amount on the filter paper or dash china dish, then we have to heat it in the oven at 80 degrees centigrade to completely dry the product. After that, product is grinded in finely divided form. Then this is the hypercrosting polymer, which we will on which we will perform further analysis to confirm the hypercrosting polymer presence. This is a simple general equation. First is a monomer with a benzene ring in it. Next is our carbon tetrachloride crosslinker. Then 1,2-dichloroethane is solvent, ferric chloride catalyst, and 80 degrees centigrade. Then we have our hypercrossing network. Here the linkages or bridges which are short, they this like of linkages is produced between the our monomer and form a highly condensed porous material which is known as hypercross-linked polymer. Here is a here is a figure of setting of apparatus. At the last at the bottom of it we have hot plate, next oil bath, next round bottom flask. Round bottom flask is fitted with a condenser, and a thermometer is also attached to measure the temperature of oil bath. This is non compulsory to attach thermometer because we already set the temperature on hot plate, but we attach it or set it in the oil bath to confirm that the temperature of our oil bath or our reaction is accurate. So guys, this is a complete introduction of a hypercross-linked polymer with its synthesis process. This is a one synthesis process. There are so many other synthesis process. So guys, this is the whole setup for the synthesis of hypercross-linked polymer. So this is the only one synthesis method. There are many more other synthesis method in which we change the temperature for the synthesis of hypercrossing polymer, or we change its solvent or cross-linker or catalyst. So there are many other process. So I will discuss all